A very good morning, my fellow Kenyans. There's a message here from our brother, Raila Amolo Odinga, of which I would like us to take a look at. And after that, we can analyze this message on our own. Take a look at this message before I go any further.
Followed with a lot of interest the current debate surrounding the efforts to improve JKA and our energy sector through PPP arrangements.
My fellow brothers and sisters, I think you all have this message by now. This is our brother Raila Amolo Odinga telling us that we should accept the Adani deal. Raila followers, or the rest of Kenyans, I have been preaching these words to you over and over again. But wherever we talk about Raila, people think that we're his enemy or we don't like him. My fellow Kenyans, I tell you day after day, if you trust too much, you will be betrayed. If you love too much, you'll be lost. I mean, if you think too much, you'll be depressed. If you talk too much, what will happen? You will lie. If you expect too much from someone, you'll be disappointed. I can't understand my fellow Raila followers. I keep on telling you people day in, day out, that the morale is simple. Just balance the equation in order to fulfill the key matters of life. My fellow Kenyans, my brother Raila Amolo Odinga, how dare would you be able to stand up and tell people to accept the Adani deal for 30 good years? When you are 78 right now, in 30 years' time, you'll be 108. Will you still be alive? And Kenyans will still be paying to Adani? Our fellow young men and women, our children who are 20 and 30 right now, they will be alive in 30 years' time. What, they still be paying towards Adani? Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila Amolo Odinga. My fellow Kenyans, Raila followers, when you came up with this idea, akituambia tuingie kwenye mlima mto wa mamba, Raila akisema tutaingia, ndio huo mto wa mamba ameshawaingiza. Raila has gone to Ruto, he's got what he wanted, pile in his pocket. What has Raila brought to Ruto? Drug dealers, thieves, thugs. Threw them into Ruto's government, and the government is being looted every day. Well, it's up to you, my people. As I've said, if you speak too much, you will lie. So I don't want to speak a lot about Raila. You are the followers of Raila. You decide. Another thing I would like you to look at is there's a small clip here from our brother Rigathi Gachagua. There are two clips that I would like us to learn from. Take a look at this. This is what Rigathi Gachagua was telling us previously.
How would you treat a patient?
This is exactly what Rigathi Gachagua is saying.
Sisi ni Wakristo na tunamwamini Mwenyezi Mungu. Na Mungu atafanya mapenzi yake. Binadamu wanaweza panga mambo mingi lakini iko Mungu mbinguni.
Rigathi Gachagua, my brother, we don't want this nonsense.
Christianity.
We don't want to hear this kind of nonsense. Keep it to yourself. And I repeat again, there is something that we want to hear from you. But we don't want to hear about Mbinguni, Christianity, and Islam and Buddhism. We don't want to hear that. Because you people are not following what God is saying. So keep God to yourself, Rigathi Gachagua. What we want to hear in Kenya is what you've just said a few minutes ago. This is what we want to hear from you, Rigathi Gachagua. This is exactly what we want to hear.
Sworn in, they looted more than 24 billion shillings in this country. Pale katika polisi ya wing, pale Wilson, hiyo pesa ilikuwa inaletwa na magunia, inawekwa kwa ndege, inapelekwa kwa mtu nyumbani, inapelekwa kwa mwingine kwa mwingine. In the next few days, nitatangazia wa Kenya, pesa ilienda kwa nani, kwa nani, kwa nani, kwa nani. And the day he was sworn in,
very good.
they looted more than 24 billion.
That's it. That's what we want to hear, Rigathi Gachagua. We don't want to hear about Jesus now. No. Rigathi Gachagua, please, my brother, keep Jesus to yourself. God me, I wish I know where this Jesus is. I wish I know where he stays. Please, Rigathi Gachagua, take the so-called Jesus and put him in your house. Come and join us. We Kenyans who are suffering here. There are Kenyans who don't believe in Jesus. And yet they are suffering day in, day out. There are Kenyans who believe in Jesus, and yet they are suffering day in, day out. There are Kenyans who are Muslims. There are Kenyans who are Buddhists. There are Kenyans who are Hindus. There are Kenyans who are pagans. The Constitution does not describe what religion you should belong to in order for you to become a Kenyan. The Constitution, Mr. Rigathi Gachagua, does not describe what religion one must be in order for them to have a proper life. Kenyans are suffering, not because of Jesus. Not because of Jesus. We want to hear. We want to take you on board. Come with us. We, the suffering Kenyans. Submit yourself to the people of Kenya, Rigathi Gachagua. If you want to submit yourself to Jesus, I tell you this day in and day out. Go into your bedroom, sit down, close doors and windows, and talk to your so-called Jesus alone in your room. But when you are out in the open, come and join the rest of Kenyans. Kenyans who are tribeless. Kenyans who are partyless. Kenyans who are leaderless at the moment. We don't have a leader in Kenya. We have a ruler. Come and join us. Kenyans who cannot take their children to school. Kenyans who cannot afford health. Kenyans whose taxations are very high. They are being charged day in and day out. Come and join these Kenyans. The Luos, the Kikuyus, the Swahilis, the Kambas, the Kisis, the Merus, come and join these Kenyans as a whole. Sit down with them. Tell them where the looting happened. Who took what? This is what we want to hear from you, Rigathi Gachagua. That's when we will describe you as a man. We have forgiven you. Yes, you want to be forgiven, Rigathi? Fine. Return what you took from us. Come and join us, Rigathi, please, in the name of God. You are so-called Jesus. Please, Rigathi Gachagua, come and join. Tell us why all these boys were killed. These people who are dancing on the blood of the boys and girls who were killed during the demonstration. Come, Rigathi Gachagua, and join us. Come and fight abduction. Come and fight high taxation rates. Come, Rigathi Gachagua, and join us. Then we will value you as a man. Then we will value you as a leader. Because we know, and you know it, that we very well know it, that the fight between you and Ruto is not of a good life of certain of the people of Kenya. No. You did not fight with Ruto because you wanted the people of Kenya to have a good life and Ruto has taken us to a bad life. No. You fought with William Samoei Ruto over looting. Because Ruto was looting at Adani's, he was looting at KIA project, he was looting at Shift projects, he was looting here, he was looting there, and he was not giving you a single penny. And that's why you got annoyed, and that's why you were fighting with William Samoei Ruto. So you did not fight with Ruto because people have been killed on the street. You did not fight with Ruto because what? People cannot afford to take their children to school. No, Rigathi Gachagua. If your fight was because of that, this looting happened as you've told us in your own words, that money was taken over 40 billion in sacks at Wilson Airport. You are a vice president all these years. You did not say all this. It means you were part of the looting. But Rigathi Gachagua, to err is human. To err is human. But to betray is up to God. Please, to err is human. To forgive is divine, sorry. Fine. We are ready to forgive you. Because you're a human being, you've erred. But what happened once you've erred? Come back to us. Don't repeat the mistake that Ruto did. After he has erred, instead of seeking refuge from the people of Kenya, he went and seek refuge from Raila Amolo Odinga. Well, he's not Raila Amolo Odinga. His name now is Raila Adani. He's telling us to accept the Adani deal. Raila Amolo Odinga, shame on you. Was it not Adani who contributed towards your 2012 election? You think we don't know that? Raila Amolo Odinga, you think we don't know that? Adani is the one who financed your 2012 election. I'm not here to speak about Raila, my friend. My fellow Raila followers, look where Raila has dumped you. My fellow Luos, my fellow young men in Kenya. Raila has been coming to Mombasa to do his birthdays, celebrations and whatever. We, the people of Mombasa, money was taken out of county in order to form and create Raila's birthday. We, the people of Mombasa, paid for Raila's birthday in millions. In millions. Just to make Raila happy. Well, the people of Mombasa were suffering and are suffering until now. Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi Gachagua. I repeat once again, to err is human, to forgive is divine. Come and join us on board. Come and join the GNZs. Come and join the rest of Kenyans. I will be at the ICCJ in the next week or 10 days. Rigathi Gachagua, phone me. My telephone number, +44 7932 235 824. I will be at The Hague in the next week or 10 days. Come and let's begin a case. Let's return all that money to fellow Kenyans. Kenyans are suffering, Rigathi Gachagua. Don't fight to be brought back as a DP. No! You don't want to repeat the same mistake, Rigathi Gachagua. The people who are suffering are not just Kikuyus. The Kalenjins are suffering. The Kikuyus are suffering. The Swahilis are suffering. Kenyans are suffering, Rigathi Gachagua. This is not an issue. This is not a fight between Kikuyus and Kalenjins. No. Nilisikia hapa juzi mtu alizungumza, president wa Kalenjini, muliona nani Kenyatta kutolewa madarakani? Hapana. Mulimuona Mwai Kibaki kutolewa madarakani? Hapana. Mulimuona Uhuru Kenyatta kutolewa madarakani? Hapana. Lakini alipoingia Moi, kwa sababu he's a Kalenjin, there was a coup to remove him in 1980 na kina Njonjo. Sasa hivi ati Ruto ameingia madarakani, there's a coup to remove Ruto. My friend, This is not a Kikuyu Kalenjin issue. When you go and buy bread in the shop, they don't ask for your tribe. If you go and purchase a bread, they don't care whether you are a Kikuyu or a Kalenjin. They don't care if you are a Luo or a Luya. Taxation is high. Adaptation is high. Our boys are killed on the street. The DPP has cancelled all cases of all those senior government officials who stole from the people of Kenya. But the DPP has refused to cancel cases of the fellow innocent Kenyans who go out on the street and say Ruto must go. They did not steal from anybody. They just stood on the street and they say Ruto must go, and they get arrested, and the DPP has refused to cancel their cases. What are we people talking about? Rigathi Gachagua, we are waiting for you. Come and join us. Thank you very much.